The story of Dr. Kildare. An introduction. Dr. Kildare was a staple of film, TV and radio for decades. It offered a glimpse into a world that had the power and ambition to keep each one of us safe. Kildare worked at New York's Blair General Hospital, where life begins, where life ends, and in between where life went on in very many ways. The cast was led by two genuine heavyweights, Lew Ayres as the young and idealistic Kildare, and Lionel Barrymore as the hardened, experienced diagnostician, Dr. Leonard Gillespie. Around them were a never-ending stream of patients, each with a health problem that needed their immediate or ongoing attention. Together with their colleagues and administrators who ran a system designed to help but would sometimes hinder or bring obstacles to their path, Dr. Kildare and Co had to find the right answers. Let's see where the next case takes us.
The story of Dr. Kildare.
Whatsoever house I enter, there will I go for the benefit of the sick. Now, whatsoever things I see or hear concerning the life of men, I will keep silence thereon, counting such things to be held as sacred trusts. I will exercise my art solely for the
The story of Dr. Kildare, starring Lew Ayres and Lionel Barrymore. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer brought you those famous motion pictures. Now this exciting, heartwarming series is heard on radio. In just a moment, the story of Dr. Kildare. But first, your announcer. And now, the story of Dr. Kildare, starring Lew Ayres as Dr. Kildare and Lionel Barrymore as Dr. Gillespie.
Blair General Hospital, one of the great citadels of American medicine. A clump of gray-white buildings planted deep in the heart of New York, the nerve center of medical progress, where great minds and skilled hands wage man's everlasting battle against death and disease. Blair General Hospital, where life begins, where life ends, where life goes on. Come in.
Outrageous, ridiculous. I have too much to do to waste a lot of time with some ridiculous woman with a cold in her nose.
What on earth are you mumbling about, Dr. Gillespie?
I'm mumbling about Dr. Carew. That's what I'm mumbling about.
Well, I grant you he's an old auntie about some things, but he can hardly be called a woman with a cold in her nose.
Well, who said he could?
You did.
Oh, you're crazy, Kildare.
You ought to know.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?